Hi, my name is Sandy Carter. I'm IBM's General Manager of Ecosystem Development, and welcome to our Social Business Coffee Break. Our first coffee break today will be about a recent adventure I took to Coney Island in New York. Now, some of you aren't from New York, so you may not know. Everybody here always asks me, being not from New York, when are you going to Coney Island? Have you been to Coney Island? I had never been. So a couple weekends ago, my husband and I decided we had to go check it out and see what all the fuss was about. As I was there, of course, I started looking at all the marketing that went around Coney Island. So I found 4 marketing lessons on my little Saturday adventure. 4 things that I thought were really interesting. One was the differentiation about Coney Island, how they had really played that up. 2 was about how they had recovered from Hurricane Sandy nonetheless, and how they created signature moments. And finally, last but not least, the emotion that was behind this whole Coney Island experience. So first, one of the things that everybody talked to me about is said, you've got to go to the Wheel of Wonder. And I was like, oh, the Ferris wheel. No, it's not a Ferris wheel. It's a Wheel of Wonder. It's very different. And I thought it was really quite interesting the way they market this, because they have a Ferris wheel with a wheel inside of a wheel, and they're very particular that it's not a Ferris wheel, it's something different. So people were lined up for hours to ride the Ferris wheel that wasn't a Ferris wheel, because it was different, it was unique. So think about your marketing and how you differentiate yourself and what you differentiate on value. The second thing I thought was really interesting is when Hurricane Sandy came in, it completely washed out the whole Coney Island area. But instead of giving up, Coney Island completely rebuilt. They rebuilt with a lot of the history in store. They restored the whole area. And I think about marketing. A lot of times something happens and you think that it's not recoverable. And in fact, one of my marketing professors said that if you do something in marketing that's not perfect and you correct it, you do it the right way, and you recover gracefully, your brand value actually rises higher than had you never made the mistake. So mistakes are recoverable, and if you react and respond in the right way, it can actually be something that is great for your brand. Our third lesson is around creating signature moments. Now, I've eaten at Nathan's hot dog stand, lots of different places, but in Coney Island, they created this signature moment where this was the original Nathan's, not any other Nathan's, but the original Nathan's. And so people, again, were waiting in line 2.5 hours to get a hot dog. And I thought, what a great marketing lesson as well. They've capitalized on the signature moment, the original Nathan's. How do you do that in your own marketing? How do you make something unique and a signature and essential element so you can drive value through it? And then last but not least is the emotion. The emotion I felt being a transplanted New Yorker and having everybody say, you've got to go to Coney Island, you've got to go on the boardwalk. When we got there, it was really quite interesting because there was cement on part of the areas and then boardwalk on others. And there were actually groups and passionate people saying you've got to keep the boardwalk, even though the cement was actually much more comfortable. So if you think about that emotion, how do you generate that emotion in your product and your company? How do you build those relationships so that it stands the test of time and that people do stick with you through a disaster like Hurricane Sandy and through creation of all those signature moments as well? So make sure you're thinking through that emotional element of your brand. Well, this has been our Social Business Coffee Break. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Come and visit Coney Island sometime and you'll see and learn those 4 marketing lessons for yourself. Thank you.